We've got a little surprise for you.
Is the grass green?
Is the grass growing? Yeah.
Huh? I really want to know what it is.
Okay. What is it, Trixie?
I thought Mommy wouldn't let you.
Trixie.
It's got a tiny head.
It's got a tiny head. It's a little girl. What do you think?
Is she a girl or a boy?
She's a girl.
What do you think, Wolfers?
It's so good.
What do you think? I don't know. We need to give her a name. What do you think? See if you can walk. So let's pick her up for a minute. Just let her. Probably won't go anywhere.
She's a bit
A
scared.
bit scared.
Is she ours now?
Yeah,
We will keep her forever. I thought we wanted
Yeah.
to get her.
I know.
But Mommy,
Yeah.
we have two pets. We have two balls.
She's wagging her tail. Let's give her some.
Now we have this little bundle of craziness in the bus with us, and the cat and the children, of course. We've always planned to get a puppy, and she came available. We couldn't say no. It's a perfect time of year, being home, and ow! She's obviously very bitey at the moment. Being home all the time and all this land for her to run in, so we are super excited to have her in the family, aren't we? And the cat. I'm sure you're all wondering how the cat's dealing with it. With her. He's been great so far, hasn't he?
Yes, there he is.
There he is.
Coming into shot. Crumble. Crumbs.
But yeah, just to add to the madness. Go on, do you want to get down now? Let's come. Let's come. Come on. Let's come. We're trying to move the polytunnel down to the next
Yeah, on this bit.
terrace, over 2 terraces. She's now stuck between the middle terrace and looking a little bit bendy. Right, I have finally decided where to put the polytunnel. We're going to put her here, down on this terrace, which is just below the pole barn and just below from where we're living. I've been reading a lot about permaculture and trying to learn as much as possible because I'm very new to this. But I've been trying to zone out our land, and I think it will work really well here because one day, hopefully in the future, we're going to have chickens just down there and the compost and then the vegetable garden. So I think it's a good place here, isn't it?
I think it's great.
And
it's
south-facing.
south facing as well.
Yeah.
It'd be
So,
perfect.
yeah.
And we've already got the water running behind.
We've got the water, south facing, close to where we're living. You can hear the river.
And it's a nice big terrace too.
First job is to fix the polytunnel because I don't know if you saw in the first video, it completely collapsed under the rain. So we're going to reinforce it with some wood. I need to dig a little trench down here so it can make it level, and then we can get the plastic sheet on. We have some of this eucalyptus batten left over from the pole barn. So we're just going to strengthen the polytunnel with it. So now we have put the supports into the polytunnel. We've dug it down and lowered it so it's level. So I reckon it's going to be strong enough now. I've got the bigger type of the pumpkins. Tricky, look. Squash.
What is? Sweet pepper. Cauliflower. I got watermelon too. I got watermelon too. I don't trick you, this is your one. I got my one. No, look, remember you opened yours.
Right, seed planting day. Wilfred is cutting toilet roll holders. Toilet rolls. What are they called?
I don't know.
Middle toilet roll.
Middle of the toilet roll in half. To put our little seeds in. We found this seed tray next to the bin. So we picked it up and we're reusing it. Betsy, what are you doing?
I'm putting soil in them halfway up to put the seeds in to get them a little bit stronger. Then we'll put them in our veggie patches.
Yes, perfect.
Betsy, pudding.
Pudding, I think that's the seed tray, honey. That's not
Pudding.
your bed. Come on. What do you think, Beatrix? Is that her bed or is that the seed tray?
I think it's the seed tray. As you can all hack-a-moles. You like is that enough?
Yeah, I think so.
Just a little bit. Now it's coming.
I like your new hat.
Thank you.
Are you a flower pot man? We are on our way to find the borders for my veggie patch. So I need some logs, which I'm going to steal from Badger's collection.
Not sure I'm happy about it.
So these were the bits of wood left over from the poles from the pole barn. Gonna make them into my borders for the veggie patch.
Are you okay there, Kayla?
It's really unbalanced.
If it, put your other arm this way. It's got to be on one shoulder.
I can't, it hurts.
Oh, whoa. If you need it on one shoulder, otherwise you're not going to be able to walk anywhere when you're 20 foot wide. You can't sidestep all the way through the forest.
I'm going to because it hurts my shoulder.
Okay, well, I'll catch you up then. Good luck. You can't turn sideways. Sit. Sit. Coming in for the final manoeuvre. Pivot. Pivot. Well done. This is great work. Gosh, you were doing really well.
So achy. Like half woman, half crab.
Nearly at the Polly. Mrs. P Tunnel.
So I'm just here in a lovely old barn, and I thought this straw here, which is goodness knows how old, would be perfect for the veggie patch. So I'm going to collect some and bring it down to the polytunnel. Here we are at the polytunnel. We still haven't put the cover on yet because we haven't got the pegs to secure it. But I'm going to start making the beds. We collected those logs earlier, like you saw, and now I'm going to lay this cardboard here in each bed and make sure I take off all the sellotape, and this will be the base of my beds. So Badger has marked all of the posts with the laser last night to make sure they're even. Even?
Level?
Level.
Yeah.
And now you're sawing the tops off?
Yeah, just cutting them so then they'll all be level all the way across, and then I can make a wall plate to tie it all together so it's one unit rather than lots of individual posts. So yeah.
What are you making now?
The wall plate to sit on top, so now when I lasered it, they're all flat, and now I need to put like a runner almost, it's called a wall plate, across the top of all the logs, and then that's where the A-frames...
Sorry, 1 second. I have a puppy attached to my boot.
Pudding!
Puds, stop it.
Pudding!
Sorry, resume. The puppy now has its teddy.
Puppy's got its teddy. So yeah, the flat plate that sits on top of all the uprights, and then that was where I can bird mouth my truss onto. So the trusses just sit on top of each post, and then I can fill the rafters in.
Amazing. What's bird mouth?
So we cut a little notch out of the wood so it sits and doesn't move from side to side.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Great.
I'll show you them in the trusses when I finish that one.
Okay.
Now that's the thickness of each timber. So if I take that out, mark that, and I take half of the depth. So it'll be half along here, like that, about that. So if I take this bit out, and then on the other one, I take the opposite out, and they meet over the top of the wood like that, and it makes it stronger, and I can screw it all to the post. And there's no weak points then. So I'm measuring half the depth, I've got a pencil on that, half the depth of the wood, and then I clamp it so it's dead. Now when I cut through, it'll only cut through halfway.
While Badger finishes doing the wall plates, I'm going to head back down to the veggie patch and crack on with my beds. I am completely new to, setting up my own vegetable patch. I had a tiny one in England, which actually did quite well, but I've never had a polytunnel. I've never done raised beds, so I am completely learning from the, basics. What I have read is about layering up my bed. So I'm going to start with cardboard, then I'm going to wetten it, and then straw, which I collected from the house, and then leaves, I believe, and green waste, so like grass, and then compost on top. Hopefully it will work. But yeah, it's a very exciting but new challenge. So I think we're going to have each bed about, I guess it's about 1 metre wide on both sides. Yeah, and hopefully we'll get enough, that'll be enough room for all the things I want to plant. Now that's been all soaked down, I believe the cardboard is to stop the weeds. So we put this down, that will hopefully rot away, and then we're going to add the straw. This straw was in the in our house, in the stone barn, and it is full of poo, which I'm hoping is going to be really good for the veggie patch. Yeah, it's super old. I don't know when the barn was last used, but it was a long time ago. So now our lovely pooey hay mix is down. I'm going to soak it again. We are going to build these borders up so they're deeper, but we just need to go get the logs from the forest first. So the next layer of my vegetable bed lasagna is, I've done cardboard, I've done straw, and now I think I need to do green waste, so grass and leaves and stuff like that. So then that's the next bit. I'm going to go into the forest and find some leaves to put on top of the green waste.
Whilst Kayla cracks on with the polytunnel, I'm going to get back to the barn build.
Wow, this looks amazing!
Yes, we've got the wall plates temporarily up. just to mark them, but you can see what I mean by the joint here. Look. So we take half of one and half another over the post,
Oh yeah.
and then we can fix it down into the post, and then the truss will sit on top of the post, so it'll give it the most strength. Oh, I've got paint all over my face. After I'd finished painting the bottom of the posts, like there and there, I now am painting the top, which you can see half done here, with a sealant, just to stop the moisture escaping. Apparently it's 10 to 12 times quicker out of each end and out of each branch, so the end grain of the wood, than it is of the side of the wood. So the plan is to get all those paints so they're nice and sealed, and then put some nice treatment across the whole post itself, which will prevent bugs and pesticides and algae and funguses from eating the posts. And then we will be ready to put the frames up. I've got those all stacked, the wall plate stacked ready to seal also. So it's a day of painting and sealing today. So now my posts have new shoes and a new hat. We're just going to treat the trunks with some antifungal, anti-bug, etc., which Kada was just doing here. Smells lovely. It should keep all the all the bugs and all the fungus and stuff from attacking the wood, and hopefully slow it down drying out. But I'm going to get some boiled linseed oil as well once that's on, and just coat them so they go nice and seasoned.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're looking nice. Very nice.
It's funny, we were just saying about slow jobs like this, weren't we? That when you're doing such a big project, as in we're basically building our whole life right now, it's hard not to be like, right, next thing.
Yeah.
Just to slow it down, actually take your time over stuff.
Because just painting these, it seems like a menial job, but actually it's really important.
Yeah, it's really important. And I think when we're sharing our weekly progress, we both get a bit of oh, have we, are we building quick enough or whatever, but this isn't for...
It's not DIY SOS.
Yeah, this is we are building our life, so...
Yeah. And it isn't, we're not trying to create a show on how to, we're trying to document our move and build in Portugal. So we've got stuff, people can join us, and also the children can look back and see what we did when they were younger. And we've decided not to have the radio today because we can hear the river. I've been summoned down to see the beginnings of the new bed, which is here inside Mrs. P tunnel, and the Ghostbuster at the end there has got a new toy.
How cool is it?
Oh yeah, left hand pump, right hand hose.
So...
Oh no, I think it must go around the other way, otherwise your pump's in the way of your hose.
Oh. So on thinking about it again, I think it's for pesticides or whatever.
Right.
But how cool is this?
So you pump her up, pump it up.
Pump it up.
Yeah. Then.
Don't mind me.
Just misting all your little seedlings instead of blowing all the soil away.
Hands free.
Well, not really. You've got one hand on the thing.
Well, yeah.
Who you gonna call?
Ghostbusters.
Gah!
I've got my seeds going. Well, some of them. So we've been collecting our toilet roll thingies, which I'm using. Then all these, when your mushrooms and tomatoes come in.
Yeah.
So I'm using these and milk cartons. Found this by the bin, so I'm super happy. So I've got the children planted all these, all different seeds in here. And then I've got these tubs as well. But this side, Badger's going to make another table, aren't you?
Yeah, where the wheelbarrow is.
Yeah, here, for more seedlings.
So you've got one end as a potting shed.
Yeah.
And then you've got the other end is going to be a line of 2 beds, one either side. Is that right?
Oh, she goes.
Watch out for the rake, otherwise you'll have a broken nose.
So yeah, one side of bed here, which you saw me preparing today, and then this side will be a bed as well. But
And these supports here and here and here because if you've seen our first video, was it the first video?
Yeah.
You'll see that this got absolutely destroyed.
Yeah, so I really hope it doesn't get destroyed.
So we've brought her back to life.
So here we have Badger making my other seed table on the other side.
What did you say?
I said you're making my seed table on this side now.
Yeah, match that one. And you've got like a potting shed end and then whatever that goes on the other end. Vegetables.
Vegetable end.
Stuff.
So veggie end. Now it's time.
Wall plate time.
Wall plate time.
Let's get them up. Come on,
Whoop,
let's do
whoop.
this.
Badger has secured all the wall plates. Up here, he is, apart from leaving his drill at the top there, what are you doing with these bits?
So I'm going to put these up, just 4 of them for now, temporarily. And then I'm going to screw one side and measure across and just make sure that it's exactly the same measurement all the way along. So that when we put the roof on, the trusses are the same. So
Perfect.
it's just a gauge, really. Absolutely millimetre perfect so far, all the way up.
Yes. Looks like a real building now.
Get in there.
Should we just have this as our house? It's huge.
The water seems to come in.
And here we are, the end of another great week. I feel like we've got loads done this week. Wall plates up, polytunnel up, seeds in the ground. So yeah, I feel like we're moving in the right direction. We do have a bit of a conundrum though. I think we're going to change the design of the barn. So please tune in next week. We need your help. If you do like our videos, please hit the like button. And if you haven't already, please subscribe because it really does help us grow our little channel. But yeah, have a great week and we'll see you next Sunday.